Hey, you guys. Yep, no intro. I got to pay for StreamYard. I'm using the free app right now, so don't mind that. But anyway, so you guys, I wanted to share a story with you that I saw. Let's see, where are we going to go here? We're going to go to this and this. All right, so I found a story the other day and I've been wanting to just share it because it's kind of creepy. So let's see. As you can see, it says 5 severed heads were discovered at a tropical resort beachfront. Local police reportedly blamed the violent incident on an ongoing dispute between drug trafficking groups. Hmm. Oh, they go hard, boy. They go hard. So this is what we need to know. 5 severed heads were discovered on a beachfront in Puerto Lopez in Ecuador on Sunday. The incident comes amid the ongoing dispute over drug trafficking territories, according to local police. Police have yet to locate the bodies of the 5 victims who reportedly range in the ages of 20 to 34. Mm, mm, mm. I feel so bad for their families. Oh my gosh. It says beachgoers discovered 5 severed heads hanging from ropes along a beach in Puerto Lopez, Ecuador on Sunday in an apparent violent warning between rival drug trafficking groups, according to reports. I'm reading like I'm in 3rd grade. So it's the first time I read it, so I didn't proofread it yet. But anyway, the gruesome scene was discovered Sunday along a beach in Puerto Lopez, a small fishing port on the western coast of Ecuador, according to reports citing local police. Okay, according to reports. Yeah. They got it from that. Okay. Local Ecuadorian media outlets published photos of the bloody scene, which shown a wooden sign placed next to the severed heads featuring a warning. The same fate will come to others who keep threatening and extorting local fishermen, according to the AP, Associated Press. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. The town belongs to us, the sign read, according to CBS News. Keep robbing fishermen and demanding vaccine cards. We already have you identified. Vaccine cards are reportedly a local reference to protection payments, according to the outlets. Okay. The Associated Press reported that Puerto Lopez beachfront is a popular whale watching destination for tourists. The Associated Press reported that the local police have said an ongoing territorial dispute between rival drug trafficking groups was blamed for the violent incidents. Local authorities have yet reportedly local authorities local authorities have reportedly not yet identified all 5 victims, according to the BBC, though they ranges from ages 20 to 34 years old. One of the men identified by the local authorities reportedly had a criminal history, the outlet reported. Hmm. Okay. The BBC reported that 5 bodies belonging to the severed heads have not yet been located. Okay, I just read that. Puerto Lopez beachfront is no stranger to gang violence, according to CBS. The outlet reported that 9 people, including a baby, were killed in the beach last month during instances of violence, which local police attributed to the ongoing territorial dispute between the groups. How sad. Not a baby. Ecuador is coming off as the most violent. Ecuador is coming off of its most violent year in the country history, with more than 9,000 recorded homicides in 2025. Mm-mm-mm. How terrible. So we're going to go here now to let me go back. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the news reports from other people. Okay. Oops, remove that. I'm going to go up here, add to the stage. Hold on, you guys. I'm going to get it. Stop that one. And we're going to go to this one. Let's see what the people on YouTube are saying.
terror at Ecuador's tourist beach. 5 human heads found hanging amid escalating drug war violence. In a shocking display of brutality, 5 human heads were discovered hanging from ropes on a popular tourist beach in Ecuador. Gruesome incident occurred in Puerto Lopez, a well-known whale-watching town on the country's Pacific coast, as Ecuador continues to grapple with an unprecedented surge in drug-related violence. Now let's dive deeper and explore every layer of this story on our AI podcast.
We're going to dive into something pretty urgent today and frankly, a really difficult situation. We're looking at the security crisis in Ecuador, which is just accelerating at an incredible rate.
It really is. And it's a necessary deep dive because what's happening there is, well, it's one of the most alarming shifts we've seen in Latin America in a long time.
Yeah, it's hard to square the country's old reputation, as the sort of island of peace with the reports we have now.
Exactly. And the sources we've compiled show this isn't just, a general rising crime. This is an organized, incredibly brutal campaign of violence. And it's all being driven by the global drug trade.
Okay, so our mission today is to really understand that breakdown. We want to get into the scale, the specific locations, and the mechanics of how organized crime got such a strong foothold so quickly.
The speed is key, and the sheer brutality of it all.
Right. And the one detail that really kicked off this deep dive for us, the thing that just captures the whole crisis, it's a horrific discovery from Manabí province. 5 severed human heads found hanging from ropes on a popular tourist beach in Puerto Lopez. Okay, let's unpack this. We have to start there, on the coast. What does that location, Puerto Lopez, tell us?
Well, the first thing that just jumps out is how incongruous the location is.
Incongruous how?
You're not talking about some remote jungle outpost or a gritty industrial port.
No.
This is Puerto Lopez. It's famous internationally. It's a major hub for whale watching. Tourists go there.
So to do something so gruesome right there on a public beach.
It's a calculated, terrifying message. It's theater, and it's meant for everyone to see, not just their rivals. The police investigation, well, it very quickly linked the act to these intense, ongoing turf wars between drug trafficking groups.
And there was a note, right? I read there was a handwritten note found nearby.
Yes, and that note is critical. It wasn't just a vague threat. It specifically called out people who were allegedly extorting local fishermen.
Wow. So that tells you how deep this goes.
Precisely. It shows how integrated the narco violence now is with the local economy. I mean, when these groups are executing people for interfering with the fishing fleet, it shows they aren't just passing through, they are actively controlling the entire ecosystem they need to operate.
They're protecting their assets, and their asset is the fishing industry.
Exactly. They're eliminating any threat, even low-level extortionists, to lock down their control of the coast.
Which paints Manabí province as this new bloody focal point. And the reports show this wasn't just a one-off thing.
No, not at all. The intensity is what's so disturbing. That beheading, it was part of a huge spike in violence just that weekend. At least 9 people were killed in separate attacks across that one town.
Just in one weekend?
In one weekend. If you go back just a couple of weeks before that, there was a massacre. 6 people killed. Then, only 3 days after that, another attack in the nearby city of Manta. 6.
Can you guys imagine that? I mean, that... I just be wondering, are these people already unalive? Don't touch it, it's hot, I'm coming. Are these people already unalive when they take their heads off, or are they already, deceased? Because, oh God, we've all seen the horror movies. It is horrific getting that done to you. Anyway, I'm gonna continue, and then I'll end it in a minute.
More dead. Manabí is basically a war zone right now. It's where these local gangs who are often, linked to the big Mexican cartels.
Sinaloa, Jalisco, New Generation.
All of them. They're fighting basically street by street for control of that coastline.
It's just staggering how fast this all happened. So that brings up the big question. How did we get here? What was the strategic shift that let Ecuador, the island of peace, become this central hub?
It's a multi-layered thing, but really at its core, it's about logistics. Ecuador has shifted from being a country that drugs just pass through.
A transit country.
Right, to now being a consolidation point, a hub. Think of it less like a highway and more like the main warehouse and shipping dock for the entire operation.
And why Ecuador? Why there?
Couple of reasons. First, there was a lot more pressure on the old routes, through Central America and the Caribbean. That pushed the cartels to look south. And second, Ecuador's geography is, from their perspective, perfect. It has these long, really porous borders with Colombia and Peru.
The world's top 2 cocaine producers.
The top 2.
Yeah.
So getting the raw product into the country is relatively easy.
So the supply is there, but the goal is to get it out. And that's where the coastline comes back into play.
Exactly. And this is where it links right back to the violence in Manabí. The cartels are exploiting what you could call low-profile logistics.
What do you mean by that?
They're not just relying on huge container ships, although that happens too. They are heavily, heavily dependent on local knowledge and local assets.
The fishermen.
The fishermen. If you connect this to the bigger picture, the cartels either pay off or coerce local fishermen to use their small, fast boats. These boats, they blend in. They're almost impossible to track on radar, and the guys driving them know every cove, every inlet.
So the violence we're seeing in Puerto Lopez is basically a fight to control that specific distribution network.
That's it. The local economy has been hijacked to serve the narco state.
Which paints a really grim picture of just how deep this infiltration goes. The local police are obviously overwhelmed.
So anyway, yeah, we're not going to listen to the whole thing, but you get the gist of it. Don't go. Don't go. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, see, I didn't even know it was, well, it's bad everywhere, but that's pretty sad. I mean, you hear about it in Mexico all the time where they hanging bodies off the bridges and decapitating them and things like that. Very scary. So if you live in America, be happy. Yeah, we ain't got things ain't all that great over here, but it's certainly not crazy like it is in the third world countries. So be safe, everybody. And thanks for watching. That was just a quick thing I just wanted to share with you guys. Please be safe out there. And yeah, just be safe, y'all. And I will see you on the next one. I'm probably going to make another little short video about something. I'm not sure yet which one I'm going to do. But just little awareness videos, reactions to things. I changed my name to Evolving Media 202 Reaction Channels because that's basically what I do all day is react. So anyway, I will see you guys on the next one. So hopefully I'll pay for my StreamYard soon and I can have my intro and outro and everything I had on there before because look at this. This is plain black. Oh, okay. So anyway, I'm out, guys. See ya. Bye.